Hi, we're back. I see Kagoma. Hi, Kagoma. I don't know if you're still here because I see you wrote this message at 6 p.m. Hi, Kagoma. Hi, Jermaine. And hi, Susan. Who's here? Let me know. Say hi in the comment section and also in the chat section. And also, please, as always, let me know if you can clearly hear me and see me. I really, really would appreciate it. Hi, Red Sea. Hi, King Ramses. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I see. Now I see your comments. So good. You're here. You didn't forget about me because I was not here last week. That's good. Thank you very much. Hi, Brahan. I remember you from North Korea. Hi, Facts, Not Feelings. I like your name, Facts, Not Feelings. Although sometimes it's hard. It's hard, but yeah, facts should be number one before feelings. Hi, Jacob. Hi, CD from Philadelphia. Hi, Angry. Your name. I don't want to say your name. Hi, from Colorado. I remember you. Agabi, hi. Agbay, sorry. Oh, thank you so much, Aweka, for letting me know. Awake. You know, there's a name in our language, so I thought it was saying Aweka. Okay, awake. I hope that's, I don't know. Did I get that wrong? What camera do you use? You mean right now or when I film for my channel videos? If it's for now, it's just I'm using my webcam from my laptop. But for my videos, usually I use a Canon M50, which I'm gonna upgrade very soon. And then the other time, sometimes when I'm in a rush and I just see a story and I just want to let you know about it, I just use my phone, my iPhone. So that's what I use. Hi there from Michigan. Facts, Not Feeling said, finally get to see live. Yes. Is this your first time or are you saying because last week we skipped? Peace. Hi, K Prime. Hi, Kavia. I'm good, thank you. Glad to hear you're doing well. Hi, Regman. Hi, Susan. Thank you, Abby. I appreciate it. Okay, so not Ethiopian. Oh, Red Sea's asking Brahan, what are you doing in North Korea? I think he told us last time he is making nuclear. What did you tell us? Please remind us. I think you said you're making nuclear, something like that. Like, let us know. Remind us. So Sudan, it's surprising that you're asking this, Burhan, because I also wanted us to talk about Sudan right now. I really hope Majay can join us. I don't know. I don't think I'm saying his name right, but there's a person that usually comes when we're live. And I know he's from Sudan. It would have been so nice, to hear, from a Sudanese perspective. I would have loved that. If you're here, Majay or Medjay, please let me know. So I'll even send you a link if need be, and you tell us what the people are saying on the ground. We want to hear more, from a Sudanese perspective. Hi, Swabi. Hi, James. Hi, Kagoma. Welcome again. Hi, Keisha. Good morning. Good morning to you, Keisha. And for everyone else, if it's good evening, for me, for example, it's evening. Yeah, I hear you. Hi, Chris. And Red Sea Youth said the Sudan war is very worrying, and it's very sad. It's just extremely, extremely sad, and it's it goes to show you how little they care about the civilians' lives, right? Like whatever is going on, the disagreement between the military and, the how do you call it? We'll talk about it, we'll discuss it. The other military that is fighting, it's like, can you at least like care about the people a little bit? Like instead of creating all this chaos in the capital city and civilians are losing their lives. It's just sad to see how little they care about the lives of those that they say they care about and they're fighting for to be in that position of power and lead them and protect them. And it's just very sad, honestly, very sad. Thank you, Regman said, everybody kindly strike that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you for reminding them. Lam said hi. I'm assuming it's from Eritrea. I think that's the flag I'm seeing. Facts Not Feeling said first time. Oh my God, welcome. This is, I think, our 5th episode, if I'm not wrong. So we're doing this every week, every Thursday. We're going live and then discussing. That's basically what we're doing. So welcome. And Anthony from Jamaica. Welcome, Anthony. Okay. I am good, Willie. Thank you for asking. And hi, Niani. Red Sea, you said interesting. Mark is saying, I want to know if this conflict could escalate to a larger conflict between superpowers. And it's not even just that, like, people are speculating. Well, can you even call it speculation when you're seeing evidence of it? It's like a proxy war, right? Like just a few months ago, we're talking about how US was telling the Sudanese, like, stop what you're doing, because the Sudanese were having a conversation with Russia to have like a military base, and US was not happy, and they didn't keep it a secret. They talked about it. So that's also something, we need to consider when we talk about situations in African countries. Sometimes it's not just what we're looking at. Sometimes there are outsider interferences and there are things that affect what's happening on the ground. Some people are bought by these people. Some people are acting like in that they're acting like they want to help their people, but literally they're having conversations behind the scenes, like they're getting promises, they're getting this and that. And some people are just trying to protect their wealth, the wealth that they have gained thus far by not the right way. So they will do everything and anything to protect that. There's so many things that go into it, but unfortunately the people are the ones that are gonna pay the price and lose their lives and lose their properties and lose their safety and security. That's what's sad about it, And the Sudanese people, I've said this in a previous video, I believe they are just, I admire them so much. They put up a fight. They protested, like, for years they've been doing that. Even in 2019, when the military government took power, the transitional military, they're the catalysts. They're the ones that were protesting and sitting in front of President al-Bashir's house, saying, like, you need to leave, otherwise we're not gonna move. We can't live like this. They fought so hard to live in a way that they deserve. They wanted a democratically elected government, but that's not what's happening. That's not what they're getting. If anything, the transitional military government doesn't seem like they're moving anytime soon. They claim that they're trying to find a civilian government, but action and words, it should match. It's not just about saying, So yeah, that it makes me so sad that they go through that, right? Like they deserve so much better, and that's not their reality right now. They're escaping for their lives and they're running the capital city because this two, I don't want to get their names mixed up, so let me just refer here. So these are the people that are fighting right now. So the two generals are Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, the leader of the Sudanese armed forces, and the other one is Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hamidti, which is the head of Rapid Support Forces. Yeah, so these men are not the ones, losing their lives. I don't know. It sucks. It really sucks to see what's happening. I wish like there's someone from Sudan that can just come on here and really tell us what the people are going through, like on the ground. It's much better for us to hear them out, because I remember clearly almost 3 years ago, when like war broke out in Ethiopia, how what was being reported on the mainstream media and what was happening on the ground were two different things, two different narratives. So at that point, if you would have talked to an Ethiopian, what you would have gotten would have been way different than what the reporters were talking about on the news. So it's always good to have a balanced information. Let me see. I'm going to the last message because I feel like I missed a lot of messages. I don't think I'd be able to catch up, but if it's important, please comment it again. See, Russian ally said United States of Africa. That's the dream. That's the dream. Hi, True Omega. Hi, we're talking about Sudan in case you missed it and you just joined. Yeah, so sucks what's happening, honestly. It really does suck. And yeah. So let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so as I said, if you're from Sudan, please let us know. Any chance that African nations sanction the US for human rights violation due to recent anti-Black issues? Ralph Yarrow and Oklahoma police leaders laughing about lynching Blacks. I don't know, really. Maybe if African Union, like, you see, there's power in unity. It's not just a saying when you say this. If African Union says something, it's more powerful. If African Union makes a statement, it's more valued than one African country says something. You get what I mean? Like the European Union is more powerful because they're together. They have a stronger voice, right? So I don't know. I mean, to be honest, never say never. To your question, I think you said any chance that African nations sanction the US. If you've noticed, nowadays our African leaders are starting to be more confident, and they're getting their voice, like they're speaking up, calling out US. It's just something refreshing that we've been noticing. So maybe, who knows, maybe very soon we're gonna see that. Yeah. So yeah, hi Maria. Behind the scenes in the Sudan conflict, word on the street is US. But I don't know, I'm not in those meetings. I don't know that, but it would be nice if we can hear from the people that are going through it. It would make it much, it would help us put things into perspective, and that's what we would like to hear. I'd like to know what Nigerians and other African countries feel about the removing of the dollar as the international reserve currency. Yeah, I would like to know that as well. I think it is that when that day comes, US is going to freak out, and US, rightfully so, they should freak out, because come on, now their power is like literally has been taken away from them. And I would love to see that happen. I would love to see that happen, honestly. Hi, folks, legend. Good morning to you. Kagoma said African Union is very weak. An institution funded 60% by EU. It is obvious who takes this. Well, yeah, honestly, yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, they are being funded by outsiders, which just doesn't make sense. And obviously you are going to be a mouthpiece to whomever is paying you. You are gonna act and say in a way where it will please them, your masters. So yeah, but think about this, Kagoma. I'm saying African Union if it's done the right way. The same way EU is EU. If African Union is actually self-made. No, but like if it does what it's supposed to do without taking funding from this outside foreign nations and actually work, do what it's supposed to do, I think that is a powerful institution. At the moment it might not be, but I do believe it is going to be that if it's going to be taken seriously. Are Africans aware of these recent issues? One issue we have is African immigrants being ignorant of white supremacy and being treated better and defending Western whites. There is ignorance. I believe, honestly, there is ignorance everywhere, not just Africans. I see ignorance everywhere. Okay, let's start there. Okay, but outside of that, let me paint. I'm assuming Jews, you're maybe from like the diaspora because of the question you asked, but I can be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. But you see, Jews, that's, I think, is even the worst thing that can happen to us as Africans, because we don't see these people manipulating us and using us and exploiting us directly like when there was colonization. When there was colonization, you faced it directly, face to face. But now, since it's happening through policies and politics and with leaders, paid puppets and stuff, you think that you are free of this discrimination, racism, neocolonization. You don't see that. When you don't see that, and when you're ignorant to that happening to you, you tend to think it's all made up. It's like, I don't see it with my own two eyes. That's the issue. And once people start seeing things for what it is, they started changing their minds. Not even just that. Think about this. How much did George Floyd, may he rest in peace, how much did he open people's eyes? Not just Africans, but people all over the world. When you hear about it versus when you see it, it hits different. If you didn't experience that direct, one by one racism, you might feel like, I haven't seen it, because you are in Africa. You were born and you grew up in Africa. You don't know what it is like to have a white neighbor. Just imagine that. So they didn't know that until they have to experience that. So I feel like I understand where you're coming from, Juice, but we also have to see both sides. The same way I hear Black Americans really being shocked, like, how can you not see this? But understand this person that you are talking to right now was born and raised in a community where 99% of the people are Black. So he doesn't know what it feels like to face racism directly. So he has to go through that somehow, or at least witness it, like we've seen George Floyd, or after that, so many like literal lynchings and killings that we have witnessed. Then you start realizing, okay, like I now I know where they're coming from. So you see, we have to also understand these are two different worlds that you're trying to bring together, and each one should be open to understand what the other person's experience is like, if I'm making sense. So I get your point, but even them, it's because they don't know better, because they don't face it. For example, I hear a lot of African Americans telling me that they feel like they understand or they connect more with South Africans Black South Africans. Why do you think that is? That is because Black South Africans have faced apartheid and they're still facing racism in their day-to-day life. So they can get each other better than a country where 99% of the people are Black and they don't know what it's like to be treated that way. You get what I mean? I hope I'm making sense and I hope I didn't go on a rant. Through Marshall EU, Kagoma said EU itself was built on American initiative through Marshall Plan. And how funny is it that now it seems like they're turning against each other. I don't know if you watched my video, Kagoma, but President Macron were saying America's gonna get us in trouble. Like let's stand up on our own. Let's be sovereign. And then the European Union Parliament members were coming at him and saying, no, we have nothing against America. Like you can still sense the fear that they have when it comes to the US. They don't want to be on the bad side of the US. But as they always say, what comes down must come down. No, what goes up must come down. So US might be the most powerful nation right now, but it's not gonna be forever. Fantastic edification. Oh, I missed so many messages. Okay, I'm gonna scroll to the bottom so I'm up to date. Okay. Hi Ben. Okay, who are you? I think Robert, you're responding to someone else. Wait, let me see. Reporting. Mark, thank you for letting us know. Mark said Sudanese activist Marine, I don't know how to say that, has been reporting on the ground about the warfare on the streets of Sudan on the Democracy Now website. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. Okay, you're also answering someone else, I think. You said, agreed, example, Israel Adesanya, Nigerian MMA champion. Yeah, I just talked about him, when was it? Last week. Defending Joe Rogan after he called black monkeys. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. When I was talking, oh my God, he did that? Wait, I didn't know about that. You said Joe Rogan called black monkeys using the N-word? When did that happen? I honestly don't know. When I don't know, Papa, I have no idea about this. But what I was talking about Israel Adesanya was, like, he said something really incredible. I don't know if it's like right here. When was it? I don't know if it's right here, but he said something. The reason why I was talking about him last time was because, yes, I found it. Yes, I found it. So this is what Israel Adesanya, for those of you who don't know him, he just reclaimed the middleweight title, and he is a UFC fighter. I guess that's what they're called. I'm not into sports, but you know, when it crosses my my vision, I still read it. So this is what he said, what I loved. After he won that championship, I think that's what you say, for those of you that are fans of the UFC, this is what he said. Oh, I love this so much. He said, quote, I hope he's Nigerian, correct? He's Nigerian. I believe Adesanya is Nigerian. He said, I hope every one of you can feel this level of happiness for one time in your life. But guess what? You'll never feel this level of happiness if you don't go for something in your life. When they knock you down, if you stay down, you will never get that resolve. Fortify your mind and feel this level of happiness. I'm blessed to feel this again and again and again. So why I liked what he said is because he was motivating the young generation. He was saying, it's like, don't give up as soon as you get knocked down. Don't give up as soon as like things don't go the way you wanted them to go. And how can we be mad at that? Like, unfortunately, our generation, even though we have more information, we have social media telling us, giving us the information maybe the past generation didn't get that access to. But the issue is also our generation and the generation, after us is facing like some sort of, like, I don't know how to call it, resilience. Like, we're low in resilience. We're like, we try to be like, it is what it is, it's not meant to be. Like, we don't fight for what we deserve or what should be ours. I'm not saying in everything and stuff, I'm just saying there sometimes we tend to give up quickly, and we should not. Like, that's the moral of the story, and that's what I want to take away from him, because I'm sure it takes a lot to be, a champion champion middleweight in UFC. Like, you have to really work hard, and I definitely respect what he has done. Thank you, Ty. I see a super chat. Thank you so much. Ty313 said, do our Africa family hear about the African Americans case going to the UN for crimes against humanity? I hope it's supported as much as Palestine. Wait, let me read that again, Ty. Do our African family hear about the African Americans case going to the UN? I don't know. Which one is that? For crimes against humanity. Which one was? Let us know, Ty. Which one is it? Like, what are we talking about? Which crime is it? The slavery, like the transatlantic slavery, or is there more? Tell us, because I have no clue as well. But thank you for letting us know. Hi, Rising Moon. Kevin said, it's sad to see what's happening in Sudan. My mom grew up and met my dad in Khartoum. We're Southerners, so we've seen so much internal fighting. It's honestly very sad. Kagoma. Anyways, Kagame army and his M23 DRC have been taking hit so badly. You want to pull back and deploy those criminals and killers. Benin. No, Benin, I know. Guinea, I did not know. Thank you for letting me know. But I knew he promised to send military support to Benin because of the jihadist group. Hi, Daryl. Yeah, that guy. He's alive and well. He's doing okay. But when was it? I did a story again. I think it was like a few days ago. The Tunisian police is now harassing the Africans, the Black Africans, specifically Sub-Saharan Africans, and they're arresting them unlawfully. And it's just like, this is the thing. When you're in a position where you have power, like people listen to your word, you have to be careful what you say, right? Like, he is a freaking president. How he feels comfortable to turn a whole entire community against another community is beyond me. Like, this is so low level. This is so incredibly ignorant and just so bad. Like, and it's backfiring on him. Some people were even saying the reason why he's doing this is because he wants the heat off of him, because people are not happy with his leadership, especially after he's dissolved the parliament. When was it? 2 years back? Like, people are not happy with his leadership and people don't like him. So somehow, I guess, this is his way of just diverting the attention and just letting them pay for it, for his sins, basically. But I'm pretty sure his day will come. That's what I'm gonna say. Russian ally said, oh, thank you. You sent a super chat, right? Thank you so much. Said, love and respect for God, universe, African humanity, and the animals. Amen. Love and respect for God. We definitely agree. Robert Ip said, is the president of Tunisia Black? No. Well, yeah, no. Arab, I guess. Arab. He's Arab. but Tunisian. Like there's so many, like in Tunisia, there's a black community, even though it's a minority, but they're also Arab, but also they're in Africa. It's the, like if Africa's like this, they're in the northern parts, like, with Morocco, Algeria, and, you know, those ones. Thank you, Mahalit. Mahalit said, hi, family, subscribe, share, super chat. Well, just subscribe and share it. We don't want you to feel like you have to. Garen, thank you, Garen. For what? But you're welcome. My story said, I love how you stand up for Africa, and there are a few women like you. No, I think there's many of us, my stories, but thank you. I really appreciate you. I'm a young man who aspired to be a strong leader one day. Amen to that. Of my country, Zambia, and you are one of my. So, oh, that's so. May God bless you. Thank you. That's such a sweet thing to say, and I hope and pray that you become that strong leader one day, and don't forget about us. And also, it's like, it's the steps that we make that will change the future, right? So if you are sitting here, interested about African affairs and wanting to change and wanting better for your people, like, you're already taking the right steps, right? So as long as, like, what you need to focus on as a young man, even though you didn't tell us your name, is try and build yourself, work on yourself, make yourself better. When the time comes, when the opportunity comes, then you will be that person that people will be looking up to. But for now, just work on yourself, and build yourself. The opportunity will come, I promise. Just learn from their mistakes, the corrupt leaders, and also learn from the heroes that we have that were martyred. Just, yeah, there's so much that we can learn, both from bad and the good, and take what you can from both and be the best version of yourself that you can be. Yeah, Kagoma. Yeah, I mean, that is what is being speculated. Okay, you're late. I see. You're saying, what is the topic for today? It's about Sudan and the situation in Sudan and what the Sudanese people are facing and how sad it is. That's what we're talking about, King Kush. Oh, Ty answered us. Well, first, it's more Black people imprisoned in America than the entire Africa. It's okay, the entire Africa. The entire Africa is like 1.4 billion people. Are you sure about that figure, Ty? But let me tell you something. From reporting on African Diaspora News Channel and covering like numerous, so many stories of Black people, and especially, mostly Black men that get sent to prison when they're innocent. Forget about those numbers where, they commit like silly things, where if white person and a Black person is, hit by a misdemeanor or whatever, the white person will just get like social service, like work. No, what are they called? Like, yeah, I think like they'll be told, go clean something, like so and so needs this for this hour. You community service, I think that's what it's called. But the Black person will get 10 years, 20 years for something very silly. That, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about innocent, like they haven't done nothing, zero, and they get sent to prison. And the amount of stories I can compile them, of they finally appeal it after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of being in prison. And then the judge, they find out that, oh, okay, this was a wrongful sentence because there's no evidence. Oh, we found somebody else, some white man committed this crime. You didn't do this. And they're like, okay, oops, sorry, you can leave now. And this man from like 1920 was arrested. Now they're letting him go after 30, 40 years. And they give him $1 million or 2 million. They're like, okay, that's the compensation that we'll give you for, wrongfully arresting you and wasting your life. the amount of stories I've covered, it's mind-boggling. It's insane and it's so unfair. And I know what you're talking about, Ty. And it's honestly so sad because I firsthand, like, let me ask you a question, all of you. Have you ever been accused of doing something when you have not done it? Do you know how bad it feels when you're innocent, you have done nothing wrong, and someone accuses you of doing something? It's the most horrible feeling. And now, to add to that, you're sent to prison. Your life is wasted. You've wasted 20, 30, 40 years. Some of them die in there, but some that got lucky and appealed or got a lawyer, or the true person that committed the crime admits to it, they get released and they're given peanuts. When, after they leave, it's not like they'll get jobs. They're older people now. They don't have a lot of skills because they've been in prison. They don't have even social skills. They're branded now because they were in prison. It's a horrible story. If that's what you were talking about, Ty, you have my full support, and they something needs to be done. Um, oh, who are you meeting? I don't know. Ill treatment of Black people for generations. Of course, like, it started from transatlantic slavery, slave trade, and then there was the segregation, and then there was the burning down of the Tulsa massacre, and then now the day-to-day life of Black people in America is insane. It's honestly, I don't know how to survive that. I don't know how to be mistreated day in, day out, and still have my sanity. I just, all the respect to you, Ty. Yahya said the Sahel is the catalyst to insurgencies that is spreading across Africa. And then what started that, though? Yahya, what started that? Let's be honest about that. Original man said, thank you, you sent me a super chat, thank you so much. Said that president of Tunisia needs to be exiled. Sorry, his own people don't want him, by the way. They were protesting against him. The politicians that are there don't like him. He just imprisoned, I think, like, what, yesterday or like a few days ago, he just arrested the opposition political leader. Like, he's that, like, that person where he just doesn't give a, you know uh let's see what Kevin is saying. Black American civil rights leaders started an international campaign in the 60s. We charged genocide. This was based on systemic racism in the States. Of course, this is all related to Palestine. I wish a lot of people knew how much Black Africans, or no, Black Americans have fought um, to for on behalf of not just themselves in America, to get their rights and, to be seen as equals, but also for Africans. Like, they were helping with apartheid. They were standing up against racism. They were I did a story a few years back, when Ethiopia was facing an invasion, like an issue with Italy. The Black Americans were oh, I wish I had that video. I wish I had that video, but unfortunately, if I'm looking for it, it's gonna take time. Maybe next time I'll come and show you. Thousands of Black Americans were queuing up to travel to Ethiopia and fight on behalf of Ethiopians. Like, what? Like, how many people knew this? When I first saw that video a few years back, I was mind blown. I was shocked. Like, I think I cried. I think I did. I don't remember, but it was so, like, first of all, it hit me that I didn't even know this history. Secondly, so many people don't even know thirdly, these people were willing to lay their lives, to lose their lives for Africans back there. Like, they're not even in the same continent. Like, that for me really changed how much, like, I didn't know. I didn't know, like, how embarrassing. I didn't know. But if I didn't know, imagine how many people don't know that. And that's something for sure we need to talk about, so people, can have the respect and love with one another. When you hear, like, imagine what it does to you as an Ethiopian when you hear a Black American years back, when you were fighting to be sovereign, wanted to come and fight for you on your behalf, together with you. Like, can it, like, it does something to you. It just, makes your heart go, oh, okay. I'll do that. I'll do the same thing for you. Yeah. um Original man, I think I read that. Did I read that, or original man you sent again? You sent again, I think. He needs to go. Yeah, if his people are saying, like, it's time, he is gonna go. People underestimate the power of the mass, like the people. When they say enough is enough, yeah, by fire or by force, you're gonna come down. I see another super chat. Thank you so much, PT. PT said, "Thank you, Africa, for welcoming us home. Thank you, Angel, for being a voice for truth. Blessings." Thank you so much, PT. We really appreciate you. Um, okay, so let's see. I missed a lot. Another super chat. Okay. Original man. Again, thank you so much. Said, if you want to talk about injustice, read up on the exonerated Central Park Jogger 5. Is it the five young boys? Like, okay, thank you for letting us know. And people, take Original Man's recommendation here and read up on that. But I think I know the story that you're talking about, and it's horrible. Horrible. The five young men, right? Tunisia straight as Gerard. I'm trying not to move because my chair makes noise. Ooh, did you guys see my shirt? Look. Isn't she cute? This is the Himba tribe. I found this last time and I was so excited to get it. So I was saying, Angry Bitches said Tunisia's president, oh, his teeth, honestly. Like, I was watching a video yesterday. God, okay, I don't, oh my God, this chair. It's the chair, by the way, fam. Look, it's the chair, it's not me. I was watching a video yesterday and I went to the comment section just to see what people are, saying. I like the comment section, and it helps you understand, like, people back in the days. It was the like and dislike ratio. YouTube decided to remove that. It was nice to have the like and dislike ratio, but anyways, so it was a video about the Tunisian president and what he's saying and blah blah. And then in the comment section, people were like, they're not addressing what was talked about in the video, but they're talking about, oh my God, his teeth. Like, what is up with his teeth? Definitely, like, he needs to do something about that. It's visibly going bad. I'm not trying to make fun. It's not the shape of me. It's the health of the teeth that I'm talking about. I'm not trying to make fun of somebody's teeth, but yeah. So, okay, fam, what time is it? Oh my God, it's been 44 minutes. Like, what? Long before there was a Euro, Europe started. Yeah, but well, we're talking about the US right now. That's why I said transatlantic. But when they you mean you're telling me about when they were discovering they're like the countries like in the Cape, and say, because what we learned in school, correct me if I'm wrong, I remember learning, and they were teaching us how the Europeans were trying to go to India. If you remember, they used to cross above Africa, and then Ottoman Turkey became the most powerful nation. And when they stood up and said, "Nope, you're not passing this way," they needed to figure out the Europeans needed to figure out a way to go to India. So they, instead of going above Africa, they went this way to access India. And then they found the Cape, and then, they're like, "Ooh, finders keepers. We discovered it. This is ours now." And, terrorized the people, occupied the space, and all that stuff. So let me know, King Kush, that was not the case. Uh, Facts, not feelings said. This is why blacks in USA look to places like Ethiopia to never allow your culture to be influenced by USA culture. If you do, it will be the beginning of the end for you. I get what you're saying, and I that's why I respect and love culture and our the values that we hold. And I always say this, not everything about our culture might be perfect, right? Some things we might need to get rid of. As I always say, female genital mutilation, like, I'm so against that thing. There are things like that I'm just like, yeah, we need to work on that. But generally, majority, our culture and our values is something that we still need to hold on to, because otherwise we see where the rest of the world is headed, honestly speaking. And it's so shocking to me how the things that we would think like is crazy, is so acceptable, is actually something that is applauded as being brave and strong. And yeah, so I completely get why people appreciate culture, and why they want us to stay that way. And honestly, even me, I love that, and I want us to stay that way as well. Uh, so, whoa, I missed a lot, so I have to. Robert, I didn't see them. Where did somebody? Robert said we got agents in the chat. Who are they? Where is that? I guess I missed them. Like, there's so many comments. I scroll, so I don't see every comment I'm missing. I guess you have to let me know, who are they. And I don't have mods. Maybe, oh, I have one mod. Get on it, my mod. um, let's see. Oh, that's so beautiful, Keisha. Keisha said the truth is that most Black people love each other and would sacrifice everything for our brothers and sisters' freedom. And, you know, Keisha, I agree with you. And we also have to be honest. How does love develop to one another? It's You love that person when you get to know that person, when you see his humanity, when you see your similarities, when you see yourself in them, right? So I believe the more we get to know each other, the more the love will build, the respect will build. And if once our ancestors can do it, come together or fight for one another and stand up for each other, we can do it, and we should do it. Wow, I've missed so much. I hope Al Hassan, when you say I'll add you in Telegram, sister, if it's about me, Al Hassan, you have to be careful. There's this um, page that is created by my name, and they tell people, come, let's chat on Telegram, and that's not me. Okay. And they'll ask people, like, I don't know what they even asked, but someone emailed me and said, I wanted to make sure, like, do I still send you the money? And I'm like, wait, what money? He's like, on Telegram you commented. I'm like, no, that's not me. Like, I will never ask for that. I'm so sorry. Please, like, block that person, do not respond. So I hope, Al Hassan, you're not saying that because you got a message claiming that it's me. Like, I won't be like, hey, let's chat on Telegram. Like, I'm on YouTube. We're talking on YouTube. Why would I, take you somewhere else? So please just be careful, okay, fam? Susan said, t-shirt looks fantastic. Thank you so much. I love it so much. I think it's so pretty. Um, okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. I hope. Unfortunately, I'll miss some message when I'm scrolling. But Miss Life said, we black people have to unite. Worldwide unity. United we stand. Divided we fall." Correct. Yeah. Uh, Fox Legend said, "Did you know that Jamaicans also fought against Italy with Haile Selassie? Hope I got the spelling correct. And he also gave them land for their fight." Highly, well, you tried. Let's say this, Fox Legend. Fun fact, my grandfather's name was Haile. So, how you write it is you write until Haile, you write. Y was not necessary, right? But Haile Selassie, we're not saying Haile Selassie. And then Selassie was not S-A. But you tried, like, I understood what you're talking about, right? So, yes, Jamaicans were given land in a place called Shashamane. They still reside there, and they love Haile Selassie. And some believe, if I'm not wrong, correct me, they believe he's the Messiah, the second coming of Jesus. And I went to their temple a year or 2 years ago, sometimes my timeline, and I visited. I even filmed a whole video. I never posted it, but I filmed a whole video in their temple. They were showing me like how they do their drums when they're singing, and they showed me all the pictures of Haile Selassie and how you know why they believe what they're believing in. And it was a wonderful experience. Very respectful and loving people. Blackfish said Telegram be scamming. Correct. That is so true. Oh my God. See, Platinum was also saying I got that Telegram message. And I blocked that person, by the way, so that they don't comment on my comment section. I don't know if they created another channel. They're back again. I found out a few days ago. So I reported to YouTube. I blocked them. I don't understand how they're allowed to do this again and again. It's just not fair to scam people. I don't I don't know who they think they're fooling, but they are fooling people. Like, people were reaching out to me asking me, "So is it you?" I'm like, "No, it's not me. Please do not give them money." So unfortunately, you know, some people might believe that it's me. Like, they might not notice that there's a spelling difference, or like it's weird. Like, they don't notice that. Not everyone knows there are scammers out there, right? Yeah, see? Mariette is also saying, "Yeah, I had that on Telegram too." Oh, annoying. They're so annoying. Oh, I didn't know that, Robert. Robert said, I said I didn't know that about Muhammad. Robert said the Bible says that God is love. True, I know that. So God is a verb too. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that every time you look at a black man, you're looking at God. I did not know that. I did not know that. That's dope. Um, so okay, fam, it's that time. Oh, Truda said, "I caught you live this time." Oh, yes, you did. Just so you know, I am here every Thursday. Like, I'm healthy and okay, and everything works out. I'm here Thursday, my time, which is East African time, 6:30, like every week. So now you know you can be coming next week as well if you can. Miss Life said, "Yes, they're very respectful. I've met a lot of Jamaicans in Africa and I love them." Yes, that's so true. They're very peaceful people from the ones I've interacted with. Well, I knew about, okay, Kevin said, "Did you learn about US civil rights leaders like Malcolm X in school, or did you have to do it on your own?" Honestly, I don't want to say something wrong, but I don't remember learning. I know about Malcolm X, I know Martin Luther King, but I don't remember learning about them in school. But if anybody like that went to African school, like any what do you call them, public schools, or even private schools, let us know so that we know. Like, did you learn about these leaders? Oh, somebody said, come to ATL, nice Ethiopian population. Nice. I think I heard generally in Atlanta, there's a lot of Black people, right? Not just Ethiopians. Yes, Suzanne, I know that. Yeah, I'll block them again and then hope YouTube doesn't allow them to come back. Why is Zumbi saying Dalai Lama? Are you talking about what happened last time? Oh my God, it's the most disgusting thing I've watched in a long time. Okay, so I guess fam, as I said, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Wildflower. I did a story on this actually today, supposed to go up this week. Netflix Cleopatra series is upsetting people, not people, specifically Egyptians. They are saying that they made her too Black, even though the casting directors chose a person that is half white, half Black. She's a mixed girl, but they didn't think she was lighter enough. She was Black for them. So they were not happy. And they were even saying, you are trying to erase our history, our Egyptian history, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, it's tiring sometimes. It's really tiring. Yeah. So, okay, somebody said, I learned about Dr. King in elementary. Which school, which country did you learn that? I need to know. We need to know so we know. No, there's a debate. I know Russian ally said Cleopatra was from Greece. There's a debate, like they don't know for sure, but the debate is some people claim her mom or her father was from Greece, and then the other side, like African descent. Some argue that she was fully Egyptian, like at that time Egyptian. Some, like, there's a debate, no one knows for sure. So for them to be that angry is so bizarre. And the reason, even the person, the director or the casting person, they chose that lady because it's it serves both people. She's not purely like black. She was mixed, as I said, she was white and Black. So she's like, you when you look at her, she was not, you know a white person. She was also like, you can tell, you can tell that she's in the middle somewhere. So they were even trying to accommodate when they were picking her for that role. So for them to be that mad, what did they want? They wanted a white person to play. I don't understand. I don't understand. So yeah. Thank you, Francis. I really appreciate it. So Francis said, I love your program. Thank you so much. So I'm about to leave. And not just that, Wildfire said the origins of Egyptians were Black Africans. Things changed when we got invaded by foreigners. Do you remember a story I did about an archaeologist? Like, he was digging this pharaoh, like this prince, and he was so excited. He's like, "Who?" And then they did the face, the skull, and they're like, they have Black features. Like, this is clearly not an Arab or a white like prince. So I remember talking about how disappointed the archaeologist looked to find out that that royal is a Black person. So it's not like people are just coming up with nonsense or coming up with the stories to claim that there were Black kings and queens. And that's not true. That, like, it is a fact. So I don't, it's so bizarre to me how, like, you remember even Kevin Hart's stand-up comedy was canceled because he said Egyptians are Black. Like, Black history. No, he said Egyptians' history is Black history, something like that. And they were mad and they canceled his stand-up comedy. Anyways, yes, I agree with you, Russian ally said, or she said, yes, lots of evidence. Yeah. I love this original, man. Thank you. Oh my God, I forgot. Yes, you were right. The archaeologist, after he discovered that, even though you can clearly see his face, he was like, oh. And then he's like, race doesn't matter. After he found out, what if he was white? Would it matter then? But when it's a black prince that you just uncovered, you're gonna say race doesn't matter. Hey, oh my God, some people. We have another super chat. Tom Slick, super sticker. I don't know the difference, but thank you so much, Tom Slick, for sending us $10. So now I need to go, fam. It's 59 minutes. It's gonna be 1 hour. Right now it's 1 hour. So thank you so much. For coming here and having a conversation. It was fun as always. It's fun for me. That's why time flies, and then I don't even realize it's been an hour. But thank you so much for coming. I'll see you next week. Don't forget, okay? Thursdays you have a live. You have a session with me. Just try to remember Thursday, Wengil's channel. Okay, fam, all of you. I'll see you next time. Stay blessed. Bye.